And we're back.
Hey, hey!
Hello.
Charlie in the house!
Also,
Sorry.
can confirm, we have indeed a Charlie in the house, but we also have a Maxime, a Max, and a Crystal.
No Max. There.
And a Llama.
Can you scoot a little bit? Just
Oh.
a little bit.
Just a little bit.
But I did it a little
No,
bit.
but I moved.
Why did you move? Why
Because
do
I
you
thought
do
something
that?
went wrong, to be honest.
Well, moving is something that
You
people do.
ruined everything.
That's racist.
True.
No, it's not.
Hannah, what happened to your voice?
I has become the French.
Hey, no, what happened to the voice?
I don't
Your
know.
voice is so weird.
Are you I tell you now?
I was never French.
This
you were
is
French.
a tale of dice.
Guys, this is making my hair fall out. So, our heroes have found their last companion, Iroh, in what seems to be good quote-unquote health. At least he doesn't seem to be missing anything, and it seems that his friend
all
Ori
relative.
was really just that, a friend. And just gave him a nice little gift to go ahead and make some good booze on board of the Bellathrome in the coming weeks.
Wait, do you
Because-
have a sugar daddy now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, no, he needs to find a sugar daddy because he needs sugar to...
yeah, I do need some sugar. I have a pot still daddy. A pot-bellied pot still daddy.
There we go. I will give
Yeah,
you.
is
I will
that
give. Yeah, I'll give you a couple of XP. So, with the rest of the party set to go, you guys know that Allison is still investigating the large dragon turtle that you guys saw, not slew, but saw slain on the waves of the West Sea, and for the rest of the day, you don't really have any plans, it seems. So for the rest of the afternoon, the rest of the evening, the day is yours. The Bellathrome is busy getting all the provisions on board to make sure that their next voyage, which will be a lot longer, will be running smoothly. So, Pack, what would you like to do?
I want, beat you. I want to try and see what I can do with my new spells, if I can figure out something else.
Right now, the three of you are in the Fragrant Falls Inn. So, do you want
Can
to
I-
conjure a
yeah.
fireball here, or
No,
do you want to?
I want to walk outside to like an empty place.
Okay.
There, somewhere like
All right.
field
So,
or
do you want to talk this over with your friends, or do you just like Hannah's just like zombie
Okay,
just
bye.
walks outside?
Now just okay, guys. So you kind of see me doing a flaming spear, I think. So I'm going to try something else. I'll see you in a bit, I guess.
Yes.
You.
Okay.
And I'll pick Melo, by the
Mela
way.
walks outside. It seems that the weather is clearing up very, very fast. And while the storm was already past, you look outside right now and you can see further off in the distance to the northwest that the storm is moving along very quickly. And you're left with a open sky.
That's good.
All right, so you want to find a nice little quiet place?
Yeah.
The best way to find a nice little quiet place was to make your way through the entire city and up the walkway at the end of the cliff, like where this alcove is enveloping the city, and just go up there and just be in a vast open field with a few roads where some people are walking but most aren't. Okay, so you take Melo, walk up the ravine, and eventually find yourself a nice quiet place somewhere in the grass. What would you like to do?
I'd like to get like really focused.
And?
Just like, is there a tree near me or something?
You look around a little bit, and like the last time you were here, the different fields are just outstretched. There were some like small alcoves of a few trees. You can find a couple of trees if you want.
I want to pretend that a tree is like my enemy, and I really want him like.
You
Beat him.
wanna fuck him up? Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just try and do something.
Something.
Yeah, just-
you
okay, I want-
focus anti-tree magic.
Yeah, I want
Okay.
to try and remember how Maggie tried to teach me other kinds of magic.
All right.
If that helps.
So, so go ahead and make a wisdom check for me, please.
I need a Maggie in my life. Wisdom. 9.
9. You try to focus all your energy on a tree, and your vision fades, and eventually you're like, wow, this is weird. My arms are gone, and am I a tree?
Oh no.
It seems like you turned yourself into a tree right now.
I
Is
turned
there something she can do already?
We're never gonna find her again.
She's gone. Bye-bye.
Where's
Bye,
Hannah?
everyone.
Well, we'll just
Wait.
let her live her life here then.
Yeah, you can still observe everything around yourself. Like you can see everything, and Melo is just like looking there at you with like one eyebrow turned up, like it's like walking around you a little bit, sniffing it a little bit.
What?
Being on it a
What
bit.
did I do?
You are
I
a
don't-
tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's looking for the
That's what you did.
specific spell.
It's called tree shape.
Is
You
it-
are a tree.
Oh fuck. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh. Huh? Why can't I? Okay. Yeah. I guess this is something I can do now.
You are a tree.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can I like turn into an Eladrin elf again?
The duration is 8 hours. So I'll give you one shot. Go ahead and make another wisdom check to see if you can dispel it on yourself.
Mom's spaghetti, come on.
17.
17.
Yeah.
And
Why?
that was weird.
Wait, Melo, did you? Okay, and I'm trying to turn into a cat straight away.
Your socks are a little bit wet because, like,
Yeah.
as in a tree form, you were starting already to get some nutrients from like the soil, and it all also got just up to you. So now you have like wet socks.
That sounds like a really cheap way to eat.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Very apples.
congratulations, you were a tree, and you
I
want
will
to try and
suckle
turn
your
yourself into a
apples.
cat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Melo is the only one I can talk this over with.
Okay,
so.
go ahead and make another wisdom check for me, please.
I want to use another one.
You can use whatever you like.
Ooh, 8.
8.
Yeah.
All right. Again, you turn into a small cat, as you know yourself.
Okay. Melo.
Hey.
Hey.
Why were you a tree just
Yeah,
now?
I just wanted to know if you saw the same thing as I was
Yeah.
feeling. I was a tree, right?
Yeah, you were a tree.
Okay. So.
The next time I will use you to sharpen my nails, just so you know.
Like every time I turn into a tree.
Well, yeah.
But
I mean-
why? Do you want to hurt me? Is that
No.
what you want to do?
Do you want my nails to not be sharp, huh?
You can find another tree. I was like focusing on another tree.
Yeah, but at least I know this tree is okay. I mean, like, I don't know which other creatures are like rubbing up against
But
these trees.
I'm the creature.
Yeah, but these trees might be filthy.
I agree with Melo.
And to be honest,
You can use the stone.
You didn't really look like you could do anything about it when you were a tree. So
Yeah, but I can do something about it when I'm a cat.
he just looks over you like he is like this huge ass panther creature, and
And
you
I'm
are
like
just like this
tiny.
small little cat, like, uh-huh.
I will outgrow you. Just wait for it.
Oh my
Sure you do.
god.
And
I
he just
love
like
you, though.
I'm
pushes
sure
you.
you want to antagonize your animal companion
that's
here,
fair.
Crystal.
Wait. I love you though.
I enjoy your company as well.
You love me. Say you love me.
I like you better as a tree.
I love Melo.
I love being with you.
You love me.
Melo has his own love.
Just wait for it. I will get you into the water, and I'll just turn back. Turn back, so you can't say anything else.
And at this moment he is like getting ready, because if you want to try and throw him in the water, he will fucking bolt on you.
Where's your red thing?
Like his tail is getting up and all poofy, like.
Not yet. Let's go back.
And he walks with you. In the meantime, we have Iroh and Grakal just walking outside as Hannah is doing her own business somewhere in the woods.
I have a small shopping list. So these are the things I need. I need some sugar.
Mm-hmm.
I need about a keg of water.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go to a baker.
You need to go to a baker.
How are you
right?
gonna get some sugar from Gakal?
Giggity.
Really?
Right. So, let's see here. Like trade goods. How much are trade goods? Let's just say for like a silver, you can get like a good amount of sugar to get your first batch of liquor going, I guess.
Sylvie?
Yeah.
I don't need. It doesn't need to be strong, so I don't need much sugar.
No, and like the same for like a just scratch off 2 silver for like plenty amount of clean drinking water and plenty amount of sugar to get your things going. And then what else?
I need to go to a baker, bakery.
Easily said,
Yeah.
easily done.
Because
That's
I need
easily said, apparently.
I need about a tiny bit of their dough, just a tad bit.
Without much effort.
Do I need to pay for that? or do
Yeah,
they just
give me a
figure-
copper and they'll humor you.
Okay. And I need to buy a cheap bottle of wine.
All right. A cheap bottle of wine will go for 1 silver piece as well. So yeah,
Cool.
a lot of silver. 3
Gurkal's
silver, 1 cup.
following you because he has nothing better to do, but he is utterly confused throughout the journey.
Like Iro has been a person which never really minded anything, and this is the first time you can actually see him focused. Like he has a shopping list and he goes like all these things like
So I managed to get these stuff and the pot still on the ship.
as you are thinking about the pot still, your eyes go over to Grakal because that thing is heavy.
Oh, he can carry it. He's quite. How heavy is it?
Well, it's large. Like the thing is twice the size of Iro. So it's difficult to carry.
How much bulk can
Cool.
you carry?
Do you want to help me carry this towards the boat?
Yes.
You can get much alcohol from it.
He already said yes.
I was thinking the same.
Extra yes.
Extra, yes.
Super yes.
It's just my enthusiasm about it.
Yes.
Double yes.
And then we carry it to the we carry it to
Mega
the boat.
yes.
All right.
Upon the boat,
Situated inside the.
I drop all the sugar in the keg of water, stir it up a bit, dropped a bit of dough in it, baker's dough, and I open the bottle of wine, but I don't drink it.
Okay. Eventually,
Dum.
the large bearded old dwarf Danny comes up and he just looks at the whole contraption and is like, "Hey, what you got there?
Danny,
Uh-huh.
I've got.
Are you
here-
making liquor?
Yes.
Good. Just I would keep it behind closed doors if I were you, because the captain doesn't really want the sailors getting drunk, and if they know, they will take it.
True. Fair. Good point.
Don't want to ruin
We'll
our
listen
little
to it.
project here, do we? As he is very intrigued by the whole contraption and.
I will keep it in my quarters.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Okay, so apparently Iro has another lore skill we didn't know.
So I guess we're nearing the end of the day now.
If this is
I feel
the
like-
last thing what Ira wants to do, if there's anything else that you would like to do today.
Then I'm gonna go back to the Talos Allison's boat.
Talos Allisons.
Tell us.
The Talos Allisons. So, if this is all that...
Gurkal has
yeah.
a lot of difficulty remembering the name, and
So-
I'm content.
Hannah is practicing her magic. Iro is busy setting up his new endeavor on the quarters of the Bellathrone. Allison is busy
at
doing
some-
his stuffs.
Yeah, at some point Allison was like, okay, I'm done here. He heads to the inn, nobody's there. He's like,
They already left. Although you have a room here, if you want to.
thanks. And he heads out again.
Bye.
He's gonna try and sell his goblin ink.
Mhm.
The quarter portion you have.
Yes, so let's see. Go ahead and make a... go ahead and make a diplomacy check for me, please. Yeah, sorry, this is talking to other people. To the plebs.
Nine.
To the plebs. So, let me just get up.
How do you keep fucking this up?
Fuck off everything. Really,
Fair.
Let's see. So,
Yeah.
Well, I can join you for diplomacy
okay,
if you
so
want.
the Goblin Rogue, alright. So, which can be used for Goblin Ink. You had a quarter portion, it was?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you can get 2 gold pieces for it.
Cool. I'll take that.
All right.
It's quite well.
Yep. So people, a couple of people are very intrigued with it, and eventually talking amongst themselves, you have no idea what exactly the worth is, and you think like 2 gold pieces sounds like a lot. So sure, why not?
Okay. And after that, Allison had no idea where everyone is. So he's gonna just head back to the ship and practice with the sword a bit.
To the ship,
All right.
not to the inn.
To the ship, he has space there.
Okay.
He doesn't want to frighten civilians
Okay.
with
Wait, they have open
twisting
space.
around
With
the
clumsiness
sword.
with
Yeah.
this new weapon.
So you're gonna try it on a ship where
Oh,
people are
sorry.
working to
So
get the ship
Allison,
in order
so Allison walks on the ship
with
Shink!
ropes and such.
Sailor, cleave down the middle, 2 pieces on the ship.
I just-
Shink! The mast falls over. No.
That's a nice word.
You can go into the woods. There's just some trees, and I mean, it doesn't matter if you cut down trees.
No, it's like that would be a good. And there's the tree that doesn't need to be there. That seems like a
and
good
it's-
tree to
and
chop
there's
down.
just
Yeah.
one cat sitting by it. It's Melo.
Oh, the
Why
guy
is Made over here? Just peeing, I guess.
You cut down the tree, and like a fountain of blood erupts from the stump that is left. Okay.
What happens if Made tries to?
However, eventually, as night falls, all of you are gathered back on board of the Bella Throne, and Rakal wants to go ahead and pick up his nice little thingy.
Yeah.
So, as you guys are walking towards the Talosiri ship that was left for you, let's see.
How many hours did I get into practicing?
Not enough to actually make it count at this point, because you were just like getting a hang of it. Next to this, you do actually realize that without a trainer, this will be very difficult. Like you have no idea how this thing goes. Like you will be able to eventually master it, but next to like someone as Grakal who actually has like a teacher, which is far more easy to do. Like you have to figure everything out yourself, which will be difficult.
In that case, because these weapons are used here quite often, I'm gonna look for a manual or anything like that.
Go ahead and make a, let's see, that would be a perception check at this point. Just look around and see if you can find anything of use. 13. I'm afraid you don't find anything of a manual. However, you do find some bits of information that ascertains that these weapons actually aren't used here. They are just of a ceremonial nature, and they're very, very old. That was also the reason that they were actually hanged on these plaques, as the guards of Eritrea itself only use like the curved elven swords with like small bucklers as part of their combat attire. And you do actually learn, because eventually you just walk up to some guards and they can give you a little bit of information, that what they know is that if you want to use this weapon from a teacher, you have to go to like old elven places. So basically your hometown could be a nice place, or somewhere else on the Free Broken Isles, or all the way to the southeastern bit of the continent in like places of like Twilia and Variowood and those sort of places.
Yeah, it seems Allison's gonna stick to his regular short swords for a long time. But he's
Well-
gonna, from time to time, maybe take a few hours. But
You can always just like write your parents, like you have some connections in like the Free Broken Isles, to see if they can send you a nice gift, or just pay for it, like send some cash with it and ask like, hey, can someone please find me a manual for this sort of stuff, because look at me, I am adventuring type, and look at your son being all awesome.
I'll think about it.
Right.
That's how I communicate with my parents.
Yeah. Hey dad, need
I'm
money
being
again.
Awesome. Send money.
Seems about right. Seems about right.
That's right.
I want to learn how to cook, so send me food, you know.
All right.
That's a great one, actually.
Alright.
But again, you can try, because like it is a weapon and you just need to get the hang of it.
Okay.
So you could do it yourself, but basically it will take twice as long. So that's something that you at least can realize in these like last 2 hours of the afternoon that you are training with this, because you are also investigating Dragon Turtle for
The only
quite some
thing
time.
Max is worrying about is via his class at level 5 he can get better at normal weapons, but can I also improve at this one or never? Because if that's the case, he would
It
just...
depends on what the feature actually says. We'll talk about it later. But basically this is just a normal weapon. So if you would have proficiency and it would better the proficiency, for example, then we could make that work. But we'll talk about it outside of the script.
Yeah.
We'll get some. Cool. All right. So Grokal is now walking towards the ship. Is anyone trying to join him, or are you just busy on the ship yourself?
I'll probably join. I mean,
All right.
I'm set up.
Okay.
Allison will join.
I'm a tree.
You are indeed a tree? No. You turned back into a normal person, and I would say that you guys all eventually got together.
She thought she turned back in like a few minutes, but actually it was a few hours.
Yeah.
Actually, it was 5 years.
Dum.
I waited 12 years of it.
We are
Okay.
big adventurers.
So, walking up to the Talosiri vessel, you can see that
I wanna
he
join
is now.
too.
Okay, so let's just say all 4 of you are
Everyone.
together. Nice, the pack is back together. Yay!
Finally.
You all back to the ship, and
Sorry.
you can see that he is now, because you, when he was working, you saw that he did like all these different contraptions of all these different tools were set up, and right now he is just slowly making sure that all his tools are bundled up again and putting them back under the floorboards of his vessel as he sees you approaching. And he actually also gives you like some sort of a greeting, which is that his hand goes to his chest and then it goes up again. So,
Hello.
greet. Weapon ready.
Yes.
I'm very curious.
Iroh, look. And I follow him. Because I haven't told Iroh about this yet. Iroh is confused probably. You're probably
Okay.
confused
I
at why
was
we're
not-
here.
I am a tad bit.
Fair.
He
Oh,
knows
Alice.
that you did
I'm
this, but
interested.
he wasn't-
All right, so as he gets out, you see that your spear has been modified somewhat. You still have like the original wooden pole of the spear itself.
Yeah.
However, it has like a very couple of thin of that dull golden material along the line, all the way up to the middle, where it has like the small trigger that you also saw. Excuse me. With the other battle sheath weapons, that was the trigger to actually like get it to transform into his other form. The spear itself now also has a new blade attached to it on the top. It is that dull bladed material, but next to it also like the entire length of the staff for a couple of centimeters has been like hewn out to again make room for it to click in place, as you also saw with that sword. And next to it, the shield has also been like changed a little bit, but not in the way that you actually thought, because right now you can see that the shield itself has like a small hole in it. So instead that you actually have to push in the spear, which would be very difficult because the spear is long and it doesn't fit, it seems that you can just click, push it in. So, and he hands you both the spear and the shield.
So I clumsily put the spear into the shield. I click the button and I let loose the shield.
Yep. So with it, you get like this nice gauntlet part, which is part of the shield, which you have to get over your arm, and it also like grips nicely. And you can see that it also has like a mechanism to let it loose from your
Wrist?
Yeah, from your wrist. Thank you. So what you do is you have like the spear, you click it into place. At that moment, the 2 blades of the orc neck splitter, which are like a mean between a scythe and a axe blade. So like the blade goes all the way over there into a nice point with like a small hole in the middle, perfect to actually snap some necks. Clicks out in both sides. At that point, the blade of the spear still protrudes on top of it. So you have somewhat of a, it almost looks a little bit like a halberd with 2 sides, but with a very, very, very short handle on it. Because again, it's made to be a handle the size of a great axe of some sort. And clumsily you can get it into place, clink, and then you click it off, and then you have in your hands what seems to be a nice orc neck splitter. And what started off as a normal piece of wood, which was very fragile of course, the metal extra bits seem to very much improve the structure of the weapon itself. And previously, like the wood could be bended a little bit, not anymore. This is like now just a solid piece of weaponry in your hands. Which is gonna take a little bit of practice because, well, this is a bit difficult,
But he included the manual.
indeed,
That
indeed.
lovable elf. So I grin at Iroh.
The
How
problem
much
is-
did this cost?
All of our money.
Not enough. It's great weapon. Look. It
much
shall be weapon
How
that
much
I
did it
pass
cost?
down upon generations. My grandchildren shall look at this blade and think, Gurkal, great warrior.
You're going to have
How much did this
children.
cost?
Oh.
Name for you. Idea, but name for you.
Yes,
Name for you. You name.
I name.
I idea. You, but you name.
What idea?
You
Dragon light.
Yes, dragon light. This dragon light.
Like dragon, gold, dragon light.
I cast weapon surge to make
Ooh.
light shine on it
Nice.
and put an extra die of weapon damage on it, which I
As-
don't use.
At this moment,
I
like
mean, how close is Allison? No.
How close is
at this
Linda?
moment, there was just a little bit of a oily matter at the tips of the blade, and as you cast like the imbued weapon, the oil just burns off, and you can see like the shining edges of the neck splitter blades ready to decapitate anyone in its way.
Perfect.
How does the person react to this, the elf? Because I thought
doesn't like magic.
Yeah,
I
he's
thought I remembered
like he was
something about
like happy until Gurkal did this, and then he was like, But then the magic fades again, and it seems that he's a little bit conflicted. Like he knows that this is just like his thing, so like this is magic that can pass, I guess. But
Gurkal notices none of these social nuances.
and if he did,
And
I
he
would reckon he doesn't care.
He goes in for a big hug.
That's
Thank you. Great warrior of weaponry. Now, bye. And Gurkal walks off happy with this new weapon. I already paid.
yeah, you already
Yeah,
played.
I already paid.
How much did he
Oh.
pay?
What?
Wait, he gets his own. Cling cling. Test.
Yes.
Should we do this outside?
Well, right now you are outside, like
yeah.
you're at the harbor. So like the harbor
That's a real
paths
word.
form like large stone pathways into the water, which one of these pathways is like the place where he docked his vessel. So right now you guys could be should be standing on like the stone pathway, where you have like a nice, I would say like 15 feet wide path, which is very very long, which would be perfect for dueling.
Nice. So I have a question. Do I count as proficient yet in the next splitter?
So you don't really count proficient in the next splitter yet, but
That's
of course
fair.
you are proficient in like the normal
Spear and
spear shield
So
formation.
I'm gonna go for that.
Okay. As he gets his nice long sword out of his sheath and actually backhands it, that he has like the trigger on his pinky and like the sword as a backhand with his shield in front.
Can we wait like... Let us wait. I must pray to Makura now
All
for
right.
strength. I need 10 minutes to get my focus point back.
Oh shit!
Do you actually
I'll-
want a weapon search here?
Yes?
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. You got it back.
Alright,
Sure.
alright.
For narrative's sake. At this moment in time, a beautiful ray of golden sunshine rains down upon Gurkal, and he gets his focus point back for narrative.
Alright.
In the meantime, Iroh has found out how much he paid for this. He looks at the weapon and he thinks,
This might better be worth it.
probably worth it.
Probably worth it. Let's
Okay.
let's keep a kill count meter and like spread it over the amount of gold spent and like make a spreadsheet, see
So-
if it's worth
You
it.
have
So
to
how
kill
many-
one
how
for
many
every
right?
gold piece that you spend on this.
How many heads makes this person?
Yeah, exactly. How many necks
60.
split?
50 goblins, 2 Malos, 1 tree.
No! No!
All right. So, Gurkal,
No!
standing at the edge of the harbor, you can actually hear the rumbling thunder far, far away in the distance. The two of you are locked in combat.
Perfect.
All right. So let's see what happens.
Oh, I love that he wants to fight me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check as both of you trying to jump into the action, weapon and shield raised.
That's 15 for me.
15. 16 for him.
Ah.
Okay. So,
Ah, humbug.
but as he jumps into action, he just sets one step, slides to a halt, and is just waiting for you.
All right.
Sword Oh, at his back, shield raised, just his eyes glaring over top of it, like his large pointed elf ears, getting like blown in the wind a little bit. He's just staring you down.
All right.
This guy's gonna kick your ass.
Yeah, it's gonna be wonderful. Gurkal is gonna go all out, no
Right.
mercy. So that's
Kill him.
That's gonna be one action to move up to
Well,
him.
then
Okay.
we can have more weapons.
Shield and spear raised.
Yeah, that's one action to raise my shield. And so I just run up to him and I just make this Spartan move, you know. I'm
Yeah, so the jump.
just charging in like the badass that I am. For a that's only a 17 against his
All right.
AC.
So, what's your AC?
My AC is gonna be 21.
21. All right. So, as you jump into the action, spear raised with tremendous force, you come down. You can actually see he's looking over his shield, just twitches it a little bit as your spear just glides around his shield as he uses the momentum to actually just like, smack you on your ass with his blade. Bing,
Nice.
But you realize this, like he could have hit you. He could have like actually damaged you. He chose to just hit above your tail. He could have like sliced your tail like into half. And he then puts like his sword in front. What happened? Your turn. He just uses his turn to just do that and raise his shield again.
Oh, nice.
Love it.
Gurkal also kind of just and I go into a rage.
Mm-hmm.
I use weapon search.
Mm-hmm.
So let me quickly look
Plus
up.
one.
So the rage is +2 damage. All right. So I'm gonna go for another spear attack.
All right.
And weapon search. Better. That's a 20.
20. He's just standing there, and you come in with your shining spear, and just without a moment's notice, he just sidesteps you. And the spear, it comes inside the ground, and like you can actually see, like the stone is splitting open with the force of your blow. And he just stands there. He puts his foot on your blade, and he just said, "Magic no help, do it." And he tries to pummel you into your head. So he's going to try and pummel you into your head, just like with a non-lethal blow, with like the blunt side of the weapon. For a that'll be a 21 total.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
All right.
I didn't
We
raise
did
my
look
shield.
For a, let's see. Oh no way, because it's non-lethal. So that would be a 19.
Oh no, then it's a miss.
19. So as he just tries to pummel you, you come aside and you just on the shield as well, and you're like, that's all.
Oh, I
ego
love
is
this
still
guy
intact.
so much right now.
Okay, he still keeps his foot on top of your blade, and now he's just like getting his shield like a little bit in position between the two of you. He uses raid shield action.
Okay.
Right?
So can I use my spear? Yeah?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna go for it, guys.
All right. So first, go ahead and make an athletics check to see if you can like get it loose from him.
I will beat his
It doesn't.
ass
It doesn't
at
take an
that.
action or something. It just like
set this, and then I rolled a natural 5.
natural 5. So what's the total?
That's a 16.
That's a 16. Okay, now
Quite nice still.
that won't be enough though. So at this moment, you get the spear free, but you lose one of your actions to do so.
Oh, that's fine.
That's all.
All right, so then I'm gonna attack him.
Okay. Spear at the ready. Go in for the attack.
Oh, what?
That's a 12.
What are you
12.
doing?
Like his
I've
shield.
never rolled this poorly.
He's like standing there like loosely. He's just like, oh, this is a nice training. And just without any effort, he like pink just parries your blow. Pink away.
Let's try that again. I have one more action.
Okay, go ahead.
No, it's still not enough. That's a
How much?
19.
19. Oh, sorry. First pink parry, the second one he does have to raise his shield for the second one and scratches off it again. But you can now see like both medals, not a scratch on it. Like beautifully intact. You can actually hear like eek, and like very, very nasty sound to hear, but next to it, no damage to the gear whatsoever.
Slowly starting to sweat as he's just completely confused about the situation.
Ira is also thinking like,
All right.
this investment starts to look a bit shady.
This
So,
is not
Can't even
good
get a
enough.
good hit in.
With his long sword, he just stands there. He goes in for an attack, but he isn't. Puts it into his shield, as it turns into a great axe, and woof, the first hit tries to decapitate you for a. Well, of course it is a natural 20.
Oh no!
So,
We lose recall.
let's see.
Yeah, he's dead.
I can take it. I have
You wanted to give it all.
47 HP.
Okay.
I love how you said
As-
don't kill him.
Oh, okay. So this is only a 1 and 3 on d12s as damage die. So this is a good one. Plus 8 is 12 points of damage. As he hits you on your shield, like with the full force. Like he just blunts it, and you don't have any cut wounds because the shield catches it all. But like the whole like tremor through your body, like
that hurts.
holy shit! And also, you think like, where did that weight come from? Like this is a small figure. Like oh my god, he knows how to use this thing. And, like, poof, tink, and then on the backswing, woof, he goes in for another swing. So with a -5 this time, which is which goes wide. It's a 8 total. And now he has this great axe weapon just in his hands with like the trigger still on one of his fingers. Your turn.
I'm gonna attack.
Yeah. Shield arm.
Whoa!
How much?
28.
Nice. It's not a crit, but you do hit him nicely.
It's not a crit.
28. No. He had an AC higher than 18.
Yeah, that's true.
That's 10 damage.
10 points of damage. Is it a D8 for your spear? Is it? Oh.
It's my
right, yeah.
favorite weapon.
Of course, so it
of
gets
my
a
god.
higher damage die.
Kuranao
Nice.
said that spears are cool and they're good for hunting, so I get a D8 instead of a D6.
Okay, so at this moment in time, of course, he also doesn't have his shield raised, so you just try to pierce him and you go in for the attack and poof, and you get him nice in the shoulder. Although you realize that his armor, like which is again made of this beautiful dull gold metal,
Yeah.
doesn't seem to break or pierce
Golden
or
red,
scratch.
right?
Yeah. Although he does have a nice bruise, as you can actually see like him grimace a little bit as like the force of your blow does damage him.
Nice.
But no piercing damage whatsoever.
Oh no,
The
wait.
metal is
Sorry.
fine.
That's an extra 2 damage because I'm raging.
Oh,
Let's
raging.
not
So
forget.
that's a total of
12.
12 points of damage. Nice.
Sorry.
Oof. Heavy.
All right.
All right.
So that leaves me with 2 actions. I'm
Mhm.
gonna raise my shield for
All right.
one of those, and I'm gonna make an athletics check to knock that axe out of his hand.
All right, go
So I
ahead.
take a -5 because it's also an attack action.
Mhm.
It's not gonna be enough. It's gonna be a 12.
12,
against his
nah.
fortitude DC. So.
His fortitude DC
Is it
is.
a critical fail though?
Let's see. Yes, it is.
Oh,
Oh, is that a thing?
Yep.
yeah.
It's
Oh my
exactly a
gosh.
critical fail.
All right, give me a few moments to look up what that's gonna do.
Yeah. So you try to disarm him, right?
Yeah.
I think.
All right.
Not sure if you lose your weapon or there used to be a thing the play test.
No, it's not.
Disarming. 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 A lot of things.
There's a great website for this.
Yeah, it is. What's it called again? Okay.
you have to-
For now, we'll just rule that it just doesn't really is a
That's
critical
fair.
fail. It's a normal failure, and nothing happens. All right. I'll give you this. As you try to disarm him, he is going to try and disarm you as well. As you are trying to get the axe out of his hands, he tries to twist you and like puts force on like your finger side of the spear as it tries to bend a little bit, but it doesn't because of the metal. So he goes ahead and gets a oof, Jesus, that's a with a -5, a 20 against your fortitude save.
That's enough.
That's enough? Okay, so as you two are trying to disarm each other, you are just interlocked. Like the blades of his great axe with your spear, and the two of you have like this death stare until eventually it seems that he has mastered his weapon and you still have some manual reading to do as tink, the spear is pulled out of your hands and like sticks into the stonework nicely. As he just gets it in the top so it doesn't change, put it on his back. Good. But no need magic. Good. Dragon light, shine.
Yes.
Shink.
Dragon Light. Great weapon. Strong. Thank you.
Strong. And he points at your arm. As he now, like, the adrenaline is surging from him, and that's gonna hurt.
The one hit I got in.
Yep.
Just the one.
Which was a good one. It was a good one.
12 damage.
That's
12 damage is pretty
Grakal.
nice.
Move on to more hunting.
Good. Moment. As he goes through one of his pouches, and he gets like this this small ball of what seems to be like a very dull gray clay, and he just like gets it inside his arm and just like pushes it against the wound, it seems, and it just like the buddy paste, you know, like you use to hang stuff in here, but then like a little bit grayish, and he pushes it against the wound, grunts a little bit, and then moves his arm way more efficiently. This seems to help him a little bit with his wound.
Cool. Healing clay.
Allison walks up to Grakal. Grakal, did you get hit? He looks at you, looks at the wound.
I have 12 damage, but you know.
Would you mind if I tried something on you?
Are you going to kill him more?
No, I don't hope so.
Yeah, Grakal has some nice bruising, like where the gauntlet was put. He still has to like adjust it a little bit, so it moved a little bit, and now you have like this nice little bruise from like the large axe
Do
hit.
you
So
know
it's like
this
here.
feeling what you get when you're fighting? Like get all pumped up and you don't feel the pain anymore. What you're currently still having, and which is going away right now.
Yes.
I think I've made something that gets that feeling flowing through your body. Do you mind if I test it on you? I've tested it on myself a couple of times. It seems to work for me, but I want to know if it also works for you.
Look, we want to try drugs on you. It's totally safe, really. Totally safe.
You just gotta sign this waiver waiving all of your rights.
But you get all this money, so it's
I
fine.
mean, you might lose an arm, but you got two, so
Yeah.
That's worth try at least.
right?
Grakal considers all of your arguments. Yes.
Cool. Allison, he takes out something which looks like a syringe.
Aerobac sound.
He puts
You don't have to do this, mate.
It's fine if you don't want to.
Inside of it, he's made it himself. It looks like he crafted a little bit, crafted a little thing. He takes a file from his belt, puts it inside, and okay,
The doctor is in.
let's see. And just around your shoulder, somewhere like normally when you get a sting for fangs, it's like okay, cool. I can.
One of the skills. There.
That's a 20. So, as you first feel the sting, it doesn't really hurt. The needle, yeah, you feel it. It doesn't really hurt. The needle is really small and really thin. And after that, your heart starts pumping and pumping
You
and
die.
pumping, and you regain 5 hit points as adrenaline rushes through your body.
You also hear the Popeye theme.
You're basically eating a
5
salad.
hit points?
Yeah.
Hey.
How do you feel?
It's like the mushroom from
As the pain in your arm dulls a little bit.
Mario.
Warm. Nice warm.
You really feel your heart. As if you were metal, basically.
Yeah, no, that's kind of Grakal's normal state of being.
Grakal is in a permanent state of panic attacks.
Anxiety.
Small ones though, small
That's
ones.
really sad.
Well,
You
it's
okay,
sufficient.
buddy?
Good.
Good?
Warm. Yes. Like
Awesome.
I could eat you.
I could eat as well.
Allison backs off a few steps. He looks at his syringe, looks at Grakal. Did he say that because of this?
You see a little bit of saliva dripping from the fangs of Grakal.
I look at you and you're just a large walking piece of ham right now.
But at
I'm
this
in
moment,
hunting mode.
But at this moment, the Talasiri guy known as Axiom is now finishing up all of his stuff and jumps off of the boat to well, seems. I go Fig and False. You
We go.
make sure.
Fragrant Falls.
Manual. Train. Use Dragon Light. Well,
I take the manual and then I follow him to the inn because it's evening.
Yeah, that's fair.
We have a good night's rest. ahead of
evening
us.
is falling.
Alison, how many people stay on the ship while sleeping or resting?
Right now,
crew?
it seems that most of the crew are all just piling into the Bellathrone, although there are 5 people staying on the ship, somewhat as a precaution and also to get the ship, ready for the next day, because basically the night shift is staying and making the ship ready to head out of port as soon as the break of dawn.
Okay, so is there a place around town which is a bit more isolated, which is a bit more where Allison can basically just scream without people hearing him in his
Are you
sleep?
going to inform the rest of your party? that
Oh
you're
yeah,
going to
yeah,
try
yeah.
to
But
sleep?
he's
Okay.
now just thinking this through.
Well, the town itself has filled up this nice little alcove nicely. So in this town, no. There are some patches of grass between the different types of buildings, and well, the furthest in town, the furthest away you can get from a building is like 5 meters. So if you want to have a nice quiet place, then there are a couple of patches of trees at like at the island itself, like going up like the nice mountain climb, going out of side of this nice alcove of cliffs, and then just going somewhere in all these farm fields and tie yourself up on a tree there.
There's one other compromise. You could visit the lighthouse.
Or Gorkal could eat you.
Or Kakal could eat you. Or,
Also
you,
it.
or can you just turn him into a tree?
I like the suggestion.
We know Gorkal's vote at least.
Okay. Allison's thinking through all the options. It's like
Getting eaten.
all of them.
Well, I don't like to be eaten.
Getting eaten is low on the
It's only for
list.
me.
And I don't like to be turned into a tree.
Eating is low on the list, but
Lame.
it's still.
But still on the list. It's still on the list. Yeah.
Is it
And
just
it's
like a
like, okay.
decoy?
That's just for me. Just me turning into.
Okay, guys,
Don't really get anything
and
out of it.
he's really like sags on his side. Okay, tonight a really shoot rest.
Can we tie him to the to the turtle?
No,
You can.
No, we cannot.
We can.
No, you
Gorkal,
can though. Yeah, you can.
No,
We
cannot.
we can
No.
we can tie him to the turtle.
Look, I'm the DM here, and I'm
No,
saying we can.
No.
Too late, it's happening. No.
How much to grapple him?
And Allison's like, okay, let's go to the inn. I'll gag myself or something.
I have the rope,
Kinky.
like the
The good
soft
rope. The good rope.
Yeah.
Do we also have
Silk
the harsh rope?
I'm not going to hurt your rope.
Yeah, Allison's still not happy with
Oh,
all of this.
Just
He's
like a basement
We're
of the,
trying,
of
okay?
the inn. Does the inn have a basement?
Go ahead and make a society check for me.
14.
You seem to remember that indeed there was some talk of that, like at the what do you call it, like the bar side of the place, there was like a basement, which is only accessible by the actual staff of the.
Then we might
Thank
have
you.
to pay them some money.
Okay, now.
How much
we've
money
got
do you have,
rooms.
Allison?
I can work for them like for one night.
Okay,
Um,
we've
then I'm
got
staff,
rooms.
right?
that
I'm
it's-
thinking about Allison paying for himself, but if you want to work for him, fine.
This is probably not the first time people have had nightmares, and okay, he's basically just rambling a bit about.
don't
okay,
think
this
it's
this,
the
is, this
same.
should be okay,
I don't
right?
think
no,
it's the
this,
same.
this shouldn't. It's like he doesn't want to go through this, but he's like, okay, I just got it. I don't.
You
want-
kind of tried to kill me the first time you did it, so I don't think it's the same nightmare they're expecting.
Okay, just tie me down to the bed or something.
Oh, that could work.
And gag him
Yes.
And get
with some of
So
Kal's lawn gloves. Shove it in.
so
Ow.
walking up inside the inn, all of you, the door opens and the different patrons of the day are all enjoying themselves. You can actually make out the different faces of most of the staff of the Bellathrone as well, which seems to be like half of all the denizens of the tavern at this moment. What you can also see is that there are a couple of Nordic folk, like Vikings, are inside the Fragrant Falls Inn as well. Which, as you now think back on it, once you got into the harbor itself, you saw that one of these ships that was in the harbor, which caught your attention, was this longboat, like with shields on the sides and like no other floors except for like one, just as your Bellathrone has, like which would seem to be like somewhat of a Nordic like origin, like maybe out of Fellowvare or even Glasselheim, like the province all the way up the top,
Interesting.
which seem to be very rowdy and very much enjoying their drinks.
Allison's way too tired to go and communicate with those people, so he's like, okay. Let's just get this over with, okay?
Yes. Tie up Allison.
Yeah, I guess.
Then I smack him when he wakes up.
Wait, are you going to try and stay awake
No.
when he wakes up?
Sleep next to him.
No, that's fine.
Excuse me.
Those were one of the Vikings, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I try Allison up.
Okay.
Tie.
You try Allison up. So
I
you
try.
are just now walking into
we're
the
going-
Fragrant Falls Inn.
we-
You
we're
just
going-
want
Just
to.
go
Okay.
straight to the room and tie him
Okay.
up, and then I'll go downstairs.
You go to the room. You get like the keys from Iro, as he was the one that actually got the keys
I
to
can
all
lock pick it.
all two of your
Wait,
rooms.
we sleep in. We have how many rooms?
You have two
do we
rooms. You have two rooms with two beds each.
I dips room 14 and the non-Allison room.
Yeah, but Gurkal is staying in his room, so we're staying in another
Cool.
room.
Yeah.
We're bunking.
All right.
Yeah.
It's all good.
All right. So you go inside the room, which is not too spacey, but enough to fit in two beds, one closet, and like a very, very small desk with a stool in front of it for whatever work you might want to do, and one nice little window to make sure that the screams of Allison can be heard all throughout the city. The bed itself is simple but functional, and seems to be hardy enough to hold the muscle mass of one night terror-having elf. So, Allison lies down, blanket on top of him, and you just want to tie him down.
Yeah.
Nice and good. Okay, so make a BDSM check. No, this would be a thievery or survival. Let's see. Tying a knot would be.
Survival
Let's see.
fire.
Let's see.
I think we want to tie him down like when
Yep.
you get a surgery, like you just
Yeah, like with the
wrap
It's
him.
26.
26.
Yeah.
All right. So you take your time, and the nice rope also goes over Allison's mouth one time with a nice gag in it. But at the end, and it seems
You
that
will like
Allison,
it.
while he cannot really move, like the blanket also helps him not get any like wounds on his arms or his legs or whatever. And like, Allison, are you comfortable? Of course not. But are you hurting? No, either.
Can you
So-
sleep?
I can sleep.
Like, can you sleep? It's like, but that is all the movement you can muster.
That's
So
good enough.
I hope you don't get an itchy nose.
Oh, he's definitely getting
sucks.
an itchy
It's
nose.
it's the best
roll
you can
for
come up with
itchy
for now.
nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a fortitude saving throw.
13. It's probably
13.
getting-
It's okay. It's okay. You get like a small itch, but again you just do. And it passes,
You can
so
like
it's
move your nose.
Yeah,
It's
so he does that a
gone.
little bit,
Yeah.
like for like half a minute. He has like somewhat of a fear, like, oh god, it's gonna be itchy, but then it just passes. It's okay. It's okay. Okay.
So I
He doesn't like this at all.
after they leave, Gurkal's also like he's ready for bed.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to party tonight. He's just gonna chill. So I leave my weapons with Iro and Hannah in the other room.
Mm-hmm.
I just keep like a I
I won't stay in the room
pan?
straight away.
A pan.
yeah like something flat and metal to slap Allison with if he gets seriously out of line.
I
Please,
will
like,
say
Oh wait, do I have the bucket that we used?
you haven't returned the bucket, so you can go
I
up
kind
to
of did
to
forgo
Iro's
on
room.
my promise there.
And
did
it's still puke free, so you don't
It's
have
still
It's
puke
still
free?
clean. Still clean.
It has no.
Okay.
It has dirty water in it.
Yeah,
It
but
has-
that's
We
not
didn't
puke.
remove
It has
water.
dirty water in it, but that can also help Allison,
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
like snap out of it. So you have a
Okay.
you have a bucket
Yeah,
with.
Gurkal's inspired by this. He keeps the bucket near his bed as he's like in bed,
So
and he starts talking to Allison.
so
You ever think about what life is?
So about this bucket, I want you to realize that this is a port town
Yeah.
which just had their lunch rush, which was then cleaned with
Oh.
this bucket of water.
Please just dump that on us.
The water isn't clear anymore. The water
dirty
is a very thick gray color, and you can still smell somewhat of a citrus smell like in the distance, but it's been overtaken with like the smell of salt and soot a long time ago during the cleaning process.
Allison looks at you when you pick up this bucket and like he kind of figures out what you're gonna do and he's like.
Wait, let me roll.
Oh, it's starting. Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
Hit him with a skillet.
I guess Grakan gets the message and gets some clean water. Clean-ish water.
You open the window,
that's really
throw out the filthy water.
I hear someone scream.
You remember that, like just just in front of the Fragrant Falls Inn there was a water well, which
Yeah.
looks still in use. So you go up there, fill it up with water. Isn't drinking water, so you shouldn't probably drink it. But you have a
good
bucket
enough.
of clean water to use.
Yeah.
So,
Good enough for me, and Edison.
all right. So, as Allison is tied to the bed and Gricol is taking a close watch and also just getting a load off, talking to himself, Allison, what do Iroh and Hannah want to do?
I want to talk to the Vikings.
All right.
I will
So,
join and talk to the Vikings.
okay. So, as Gricol and Allison are having their nice little play date upstairs, the Halfling and the Eladrin elf walk downstairs and join the fuss that is the Fragrant Falls Inn. You can see that the same duo of bartenders, like Valen, the one that helped you guys, and like the barmaid with the two ponytails, are walking around. By the way, both bartenders half elven, so you know these guys be looking good, and it seems that although, wait, you know what? Go ahead and make a perception check, both of you.
19.
18.
All right. It's not difficult to see that the girl seems to be flirting with everybody and getting a large tip from everybody as well, but always seems to be keeping an eye on Valen. And Valen doesn't really mind. So yeah. All right. So
I'm
you guys.
enamored with the situation.
Yeah, I know.
Gonna
But-
steal her from Valen.
Giggity. So you guys walk downstairs, and eventually you get to a table for yourself to get some drinks. As the girl this time walks up to you guys. So, and just as Valen, Talia seems also to be a very jovial person. Hey guys, what can I get for you? Name's Talia.
Hi, do you have some wine or something?
Oh yes, we have.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh wait, you are of the pack, right? You were
Yeah.
staying here in the
Yeah.
inn.
Yeah.
Great.
sure.
Okay, so we got a few, what do you call it, grades of wine. Do you just want the nice house wine, or are we going for a little bit more expensive?
Arrow, you're the
nicely.
one that has the money, so.
Just like we don't want expensive bottle, but just maybe a tad bit above.
The ruby red is what you want to go
Yes.
for. Sure. Yeah. 2 silver pieces a bottle. It's gonna be okay.
Well, sounds good.
Right? Okay. Coming right up.
Thank you.
Any snacks with that?
Yeah.
We've got some fried pork.
Ooh.
It's
Sure.
called. Valen called it bacon, I believe.
Yeah, sure.
Do you remember this morning? Can you put that?
You were the one with the
on
fried
chi-
potatoes.
Yes. Can you put that on the fried potato?
I think we can muster that.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Make sure coming up right away. Enjoy
Oh,
your
that's going to be a big tip. Keep that in mind.
Giggity.
I'm
Just
not.
the
It's a
tip,
small
guys.
man, it's a
Just
small
the
tip.
tip.
I'm not. I don't fall for elfish people.
Hey!
Right. So,
Hey, it just means that I'm not in love with you.
Hey!
Talia comes back with a nice bottle of wine. It seems to be just a simple green bottle with a label on top of it, which is inscribed with some nice calligraphy in beautiful curvish letters, ruby red. That's about all it says. And you can see that the top of it is like a nice red wax seal. So you know that it's at least like it's one grade better than just like the cheapest shit that you can get here. So like in a supermarket you would pay like $6 or $7 for it. So you know the taste is okay. You're not gonna drink vinegar. So she puts it on
That's
table,
what's happening.
gets like a
Back on the
small
ship.
knife out of her bag, opens it up for you, and just pours you 2 glasses. And the bottle is yours. So, oh yeah, about the fries, they will be coming right up.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That is all. She walks off again, and as she walks past one of the tables with the Vikings, she actually just like caresses one of the shoulders and just walks by and then winks to the guy as she walks past. And the guy is like intrigued and then goes back to his buddies to talk about like what she just did with him and blah blah blah.
She didn't flirt with Ira though. That's disappointing.
Neither with Hannah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, as you guys are sipping your wine, eventually Valen also comes. Oh yeah, again, cheers. How's the hangover, by the way?
Oh, pretty doable.
Still
Drinking it away
going.
right now.
Your eyes are looking in the same direction again, so that's a good jive. Yeah.
That's what I thought as well. Yeah.
Enjoy, man. If you want more of that stuff, we have another bottle. So I'm just
Hannah,
throwing
when
it
we
out.
finish this bottle,
Throwing it out.
I will show you something.
Okay, I guess.
This is gonna be a night to remember. And he walks off to
Or not.
tend to the other bar people. Because now that you look around, it seems to be that there are like 40 people in this bar. Yeah, like all the tables are set up. Like a couple of people are hanging around the bar because it seems that 2 large vessels are here. Like the longboat from the Nordic people are there, next to the Bellathrome itself, which is already like 25 people in total at least. And then you have you guys, and then just a couple of other people as well.
Big crowd.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of which seems to be Axiom, who is just like standing somewhere at the corner of the bar having his own drink and going over some notes that he has and scribbling like all different types of schematics in it. It seems that he's all business.
Want to walk up to some Vikings?
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
You look around and you can see that the most impressive looking Viking is standing at one table, which gives you the impression that he might actually be like the captain or the main guy or whatever. He has a large fur coat, but he has now hanged it over his stool and is sitting on top of it because, well, here in this lands it's not really that cold anymore. He also seems to have a very typical Viking helmet with like 2 horns on top of it, but he has set it down on the table. And the reason that you can see that this guy is the leader is because he is actually towering over the rest of the people on his table with like half a head, and he's talking to the rest of his crew, it seems. They're having large tankards of mead with the entire table also splattered in mead, as they don't really seem to mind anything as they take sips and it drips down their beards. All of these people have beards, by the way, and the main guy seems to be a older gentleman with a very weathered and wrinkly face with a large white beard going into 2 braids, would eventually join into one like all the way down halfway his chest, and his long white hair is also just braided into one large braid over at the end of his back, still seeming like the man in charge, very focused in his eyes, although he's very old, like big muscular arms. Yeah, he seems to be the guy you want to talk to.
No women.
No women on, or very bearded women.
Fair.
Cool.
Who are you going to talk to?
Well, main man John, of course.
I want to
Find the
Like,
biggest
look at the
prisoner and
group.
punch him in the face,
Yeah.
right? That's kind of what's going on here.
Oh,
Well,
God,
sort
no,
of.
please don't.
Well,
I want to look at the group and find the one that's not really talking too much,
Mm-hmm.
like the laid-back guy.
Like from the Vikings?
Yeah.
So in total there are 3 tables. Like you have like the main table with the guy that I just mentioned, and then you have 2 tables next to him with both like 4 guys on each, and then like the big table has 6 guys in total with the captain. One of the smaller tables has, I've got to get hiccups here. One of the smaller tables has like a few of what seems to be like the youngsters, as much
Yeah.
as that can mean. Like the largest beard that they have is only like till here, with just like, oh, I can just put in a knot here. Okay, cool, I got it. And you can see one of these guys, which is a ginger, like a redhead, with like, that's the guy with like the small beard, and he seems to be the one that's a little bit quiet, and also even with the guy with the other youngsters, he seems to be just like listening to them.
I want to talk to him.
Okay, all right.
Okay, let's see.
Go girl.
Yeah,
So-
what's gonna happen with this?
Hey,
Fjord matter. I mean, hello.
hey.
Who, he looks at his friends, and all of them are just like,
Ooh. Hi, my name is Hannah.
hello.
Hi. What are you guys doing here?
We are on travel for the south.
For the south?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
What's your name? What is your name?
Hannah.
Hannah.
Yeah. What's your name?
Abel.
Abel?
Hello.
Wait.
On the kill
Hannah.
list, alright?
Yeah, I'm gonna kill him right away. No.
As right now he gives another look to the rest of his compatriots and turns away from his friends and faces you. So Hannah, what brings you here?
I am just protecting a ship.
Well,
My friends, yeah.
me too.
Really?
Yeah,
What do you do?
We have so much in common.
Yeah, oh my god, I love you so. No.
well, I protect the ship. As he taps his hand axe that is at his side.
Cool, you have a hand axe?
I am yes.
I have a morning star, you wanna see it?
I think I already can.
Fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, but I would like to see it.
Yeah?
Sure.
As
As like the ginger
morning
is getting. Can I have this one, please?
He's getting it.
As a ginger is turning red at this moment in time.
Nice. Yeah, well, Hannah is not really socially.
No, and
good
it
at
helps.
things,
And it helps.
So, how do you like protect it with a group of friends like I do, or
Yes, we together protect the sheep.
really
Yeah.
for all these Vikings?
Well, I mean, we are great fighters. We can do it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have an animal? I have an
No.
animal.
We
I
we
point
do
at
not.
Milo, like, it's there.
Milo is just like standing there, keeping like a death glare at this guy, like. No, like if you fucking touch her, these
my
claws
dad.
chink, will go at your throat.
Yeah.
A nice cut,
Right?
large teeth.
Yes. It won't hurt you.
Okay.
I will stop him and I'll like make eye contact with Milo. Like, I will
And Milo
throw you into the water.
Milo almost does this, like. And he walks off a little bit and just goes like lay under another table and still just keeps a close eye, like the soon meme, you know, like.
Yeah. So how do you like it here?
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like a drink? Can I?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay. It is and just he talks to one of the guys and one of the guys is like oh, jawohl. And he just like, it's for you.
Oh, thanks.
Clink. Do you want to keep drinking and flirting with this guy?
Is this flirting for Hannah, to be honest?
She doesn't even know.
Okay,
but
do
she
you
kinda
wanna-
likes the
Do you want to
contact,
continue this endeavor?
So, yeah.
Okay, then go ahead and make a fortitude saving throw for me, please. It's a long-term project.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's 24.
24.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
That's
So-
no way to define relationships.
We're playing a game here, Charlie. So, go ahead and make a perception check. This is going to be a hard one
Whoa.
for Hannah.
Perception?
Uh-huh.
It's 27.
27. Okay. So eventually you do realize that this guy is trying to flirt with you, and he's giving you a lot of drinks. Like he's keeping it flowing. Like he's a little bit pushy.
Pushy.
Yeah, a little bit pushy with the amount of alcohol that he actually like tries to get you to consume.
Okay, I tried to make eye contact with Iroh.
All
I
right,
hold
so
up
in the
Ori's
meantime,
gift.
in the meantime, so as this is going on, Iroh, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna do the same to the barman. So I'm gonna walk up to the biggest Viking.
He's gonna flirt with the biggest guy.
Like,
I'm gonna walk
How
up to.
you doing?
Aldevar in a wounded. Hallo.
Hello.
Greetings.
How are you?
Halfling. Very good.
Do
What
you
can
like
I help you
drinks?
with? What?
Do you like drinks?
Yes, we do like drinks.
Then you drink with me, and I order 2 of those liquors.
Yeah?
Two moonshine.
Those liquids.
No, I ordered
What
moonshine.
name do you carry, Halfling?
Iro.
Iro.
Yes.
Short, but stout.
I actually shake his hand.
Ooh, second time. Second time.
I go by the name of Fjord Fundeslag.
Fjord. Fjord.
I have heard many a tale of your people that they can drink. Jawohl,
We do indeed.
zeer goed.
Between you and me, I have a pot still at my boat.
I do not know what it is.
Drink this.
What do you give him?
The moonshine.
Oh, like the small vial.
Didn't you
No,
do
no,
the
no,
strong
no.
stuff?
I'm not gonna give him Ori stuff.
No?
That's
Oh, okay,
to
okay.
sedate people. No, just like the moonshine they serve at the bar.
Oh,
I
okay, yeah.
ordered
So
two of those.
eventually Valen comes in and he pours 2 of these drinks, and Fjord just
Cheers.
Aldavar.
Aldeva. Do we need to make force to
He's going to, yeah. You also. It's not hard, but still.
No. No. That's a 27.
He, as he drinks it, he's going like, and you can see like the large
Yeah.
grin from under his beard. Yeah. Young halfling, what is the name of this liquor?
I call it Light of Moon.
Light of Moon. I like it. Barman, a light of moon for my brethren. Do you mean this? Yes. All right. And he goes in and goes like all past all the different tables. Also someone for him.
What's his name?
Oh,
Valen?
dear.
Hey,
I'll
I
shake
said
it.
His name?
I said I
His name, like the bartender. The bartender's named Valen.
I'm
Oh,
going
Valen.
to
Make a
pass out.
fortitude
Valen
saving throw.
deals
Oh,
with
no.
so much shit.
Wait,
Yeah.
so
I said
have
I
to
was
make
gonna
a
help
fortitude-
Hannah out. Now
Okay.
she has to get.
Oh crap!
a
Yeah, go ahead and make
fortitude
another
saving
fortitude
throw.
saving throw.
That's going to be.
It's not too difficult.
Nah, you're fine.
Okay. That's 21.
Very well. You were okay.
Okay.
So,
Fortitude is
Tell
actually
me,
quite
where do
low.
you come from?
Yeah, everything
we
is quite well.
hail from all the way up north, Glasselheim.
Ah, Glasselheim.
Jawohl. Very cold. Here it is very warm. I have not seen snow for many a day.
What brings you here?
Trade.
Ah,
We come with. Okay, good. Let's see. There we go.
What shit did they bring?
Yeah. Need to look it up for a second. Yes. Okay. Where we hail from, there is a tree that grows very cold. Sehr good.
oh,
Frost pine. We bring frost pine to trade.
that sounds really smart.
Hoe dat vinden? Aldabak. Dat Clicks another one.
Ouch.
Olem.
Olem?
Olem.
Olem. Olem. He looks at the rest of his crew members, just shrugs a little bit, but this guy's fun, so yeah, sure.
He's trying to pose like Ori.
Halfling,
Yes.
your people come from further inland, no?
Yes.
What brings you here?
Totally nothing. No.
Coincidence.
What brings me here
You just like to be.
is we're going up north to find someone. Have you ever heard of someone named the Maddox?
Not that I know. What is this Maddox?
He's a slave trader.
Ugh.
Yes.
He spits on the ground, and with those words, all the other people at this table also like, like somewhat ritualistic, just spit out
Iro
the
spits
idea.
too, like.
Like
Yeah.
jug of meat. Oh shit! There we go.
One of our companions upstairs is a dragonborn. Looks like a big dragon. He was captured by this Maddox, and now we're trying to find him and give him a quick visit.
Ah, he was a little bit tight right now because you mentioned slave traders, but you immediately made clear that you are not aligned with these. One port that I do not set foot on. The large Fellover city of Vremgrist. Beautiful city. Very large. A lot of slaves. There, lizards, lizard folk.
Yeah.
They trade slaves.
Ah,
Despicable.
bad people. Yeah, quite bad.
Good. You make hunt.
Yes, we are. We already got some back where we started.
Good.
Little Seppels.
Good. We drink on your hunt. Clink.
Oh,
Alle daarvan.
you're getting drunk
Heel
as
goed.
well.
Go ahead and make another fortitude saving throw for me at this moment in time.
That's a 20.
That's a 20. Okay. You're good for now, but you begin to realize I drank something today at this morning and it's just now leaving my system, and before I actually got back to my normal, I already am drinking again.
Ah,
So, yeah.
Sounds like
I keep-
alcoholism.
sounds like keeping a healthy film.
Okay. But good.
Yeah.
Good hunt.
And I hope the trading will.
Jawohl.
Probably will. Probably will.
Let me just get just one thing here.
You want to do something else?
Have you seen a gnome by any chance? Looks a bit like me. Also
Gnome?
monk outfit, short hair.
No,
I figured.
I don't
And,
know. What is...
Aw.
I don't know. But if your hunt brings you to Glasselheim,
Yes,
go to Cliftorp.
I will.
Me and my brethren hail from Cliftorp. Make sure you bring the booze. You will
I
have a
will.
good welcome there.
I will most definitely bring some extra bottles.
Good, good. My people, Nords, love good drink.
My people, monks and halflings, love some drinks as well.
Gets another one. Like this is going fast. Like every 5 minutes he wants to do a shot with this new liquor that he just found out. And he doesn't seem to really mind. Like, I'm not saying that he's not getting drunk, it's just like he is used to it, it seems.
He's totally okay being
Yeah.
it. And unfortunately, he has a certain body ratios situation going
Which
on.
is a little bit
versus
better going.
Iroh.
All right. So, go ahead and make your last fortitude save.
Please fail.
Ooh, that's 15.
15. Okay. We'll see what this endeavor ends with tonight. Hannah, you have a nice little evening with these Vikings. It seems that you can keep your wits about you and not let anything done that they are trying to force upon you. At the other side of the table, Iroh is making great friends with these new little Vikings. And on top, at one of the beds, Allison is just while Grakal is just talking about, like, the moon is very bright today. What do you think? And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Nice.
Okay.
As the pack is getting their night rests before the battle throne will set off early in the morning, and we'll see what the hangover brings for the rest of the party. As well as what this storm will keep in check for the rest of the party. So, for now, the rest of us will also take a full week rest before we jump into this story next week.
Next adventure.
Yep. So, for now, thank you for watching.
Thank you very much.
Until next week.
Little kill, slump.